Okay, students, so just now we have revised this lesson, isn't it? Interior of Earth, and I know that all of you understood it properly. So let us see the exercise of this lesson. First question is take the correct option in the box. There are here are the four options of every question is given. You should just tick mark in do the tick mark in that box. Listen students, while you are going to write this question in your notebook, no need to write the all four options, just you should write the correct option. Okay, write the statement and in front of it do the dash and write the correct option. No need to mention all the options in your CW. Got it everyone? Okay, so look at here. There are two layers in the crust. Which are these layers? Just now we have revised. Which are the two layers of the crust? Yes, inner crust and outer crust. Yeah, continental and oceanic crust. Yeah, surface and oceanic crust. Yeah, mantle and core. Which is the correct option, students? Yes, very good. Which is the correct option? Second one, isn't it? Continental crust and oceanic crust. This is the correct option. Continental crust and oceanic crust. So do their tick mark everyone. Continental crust and oceanic crust is the correct option of this statement. Okay, now next one. Which element is found in both mantle and crust? Which element is found both in mantle and crust? Which element? Silica, magnesium, aluminum, iron. Which element is found in both? Yes, which one? Silica. So the first option is the correct option. Okay, first option is the correct option. Right there, everyone. First one is a correct option, and the first one's the second one, and second one's first one is the correct option. Now next one, which of these minerals are found in the core of earth? Iron, magnesium, magnesium, nickel, aluminum, iron या iron, nickel. Which of these minerals are found in the core of earth? Okay, tell me. Just now we discussed iron and nickel is called as knife. Which minerals? Iron and nickel. The fourth option is the correct option, isn't it? Am I right? Yes. Then inner core is in which state? Gaseous, solid, semi-solid. Okay, is in which state? Inner core is in which state, students? Yes. Yes, inner core is in a solid state and outer core is in which state? Yes, outer core is in a liquid state. Now next one. Outer core is made of by iron, gold, hydrogen, oxygen. Outer core is made of by iron, gold, hydrogen, oxygen. Yes, tell me. What is the correct answer? Yes, iron. Outer core is made of by iron. Clear? Okay, now look at the next. The layer of the earth on which we live. On which layer we live? Mantle, core, crust, a continental crust. On which layer we live? The layer of the earth on which we live. Mantle, core, crust, a continental crust. On which layer we live? Tell me. Yes, continental crust. Fourth option is the correct option. Very good. Now next one, which seismic waves can travel through the liquid medium? Which seismic waves can travel? Which seismic waves can travel to the liquid medium? Yes, primary waves. Secondary waves cannot travel. Just now we have discussed. So the primary waves can travel to the liquid medium. Okay, look at here. So there are two layers in the crust, which is the correct option. Continental crust and oceanic crust. Second one is the correct option. Then which elements is found in both mantle and the crust? First option is correct, silica. Which of these minerals are found in the core of the earth? Nickel and iron. Fourth option is correct. The inner core is in which state? It is in a solid state. Second option is correct. The outer core is made of by iron. First option is correct. Then layer of the earth on which we live, continental crust. Fourth one is correct. Which seismic waves can travel to the liquid medium? Primary waves. The first option is the correct option. Clear everyone? Now look at the second question. Tell whether right or wrong, correct the wrong statement. Look at the second question. Tell whether right or wrong, correct the wrong statement. Here, look at your students, while writing this question, you should first write, is this statement right or wrong? Okay, and if it is a wrong, you should write the correct statement of that wrong statements. And if it is a right, just write there right. Okay, cleared everyone? Okay, so the first sentence that the density of various material is not the same in the interior of the earth. The density of various materials is not the same in the interior of the earth. Is this statement is right or wrong? Is this statement is right or wrong? The density of various materials is not the same in the interior of earth. Is this statement is right or wrong? Yes, this is a right statement. So write there right. This is a right statement. Everyone should write there right. This statement is a right statement, correct statement. Okay. Now next one, the core of earth. Next statement, the core of the earth's interior is made up of hard rock. The core of the earth's interior is made up of the hard rock. Is it right or wrong? Is it right or wrong? The core of earth's interior is made up of hard rock. Is it right or wrong? Yes, this one is also right statement. Okay, this one is also right statement. Okay, now next one. Secondary waves cannot pass through outer core. Secondary waves cannot pass through outer core. Is it right or wrong? Is it right or wrong? Yes, this one is also wrong. Already we have discussed. Secondary waves cannot pass through outer core. This one is also right. Sorry, this one is a right. Secondary waves cannot pass through outer core. This statement is also right statement. Next one, continental crust is made up of silica and magnesium. Is it right or wrong? Continental crust is made up of silica and magnesium. Is it right or wrong? Yes, this is a wrong. Why? What is the correct statement then? Continental crust is made up of silica and which mineral? Yes, very good. Silica and aluminium. Okay, continental crust is made up of silica and aluminium. This is the correct statement. So you should write for the fourth, first wrong and then write its correct statement is continental crust is made up of silica and aluminium. Okay, so let us see again. The density of various material is not the same in the interior of the earth. This statement is a right statement. Then the core of earth's interior is made up of the hard rock. This statement is also the right statement. Third one, secondary waves cannot pass through the outer core. This statement is also a right statement. And fourth one, continental crust is made up of silica and magnesium. This statement is wrong. And the correct statement for this is continental crust is made up of silica and aluminium. Okay, this is the correct statement for this. Cleared everyone? Okay. Now look at the next questions. Okay, what are the two parts of the crust? What is the basis of classification? What are the two parts of the crust? What is the basis of classification? Okay, will tell me what are the two parts of the crust just now we have discussed. Hmm? Yes, continental crust and oceanic crust. These are the two parts of the crust. And continental crust is mainly comprises of silica and aluminum as this mineral high in this layer, and it is also called Cl. And oceanic crust is composed of silica and magnesium. It is called a Sima. The crust is classified on the basis of its thickness and as well as of composition of minerals. Okay, because thickness of both minerals, both layers is different, no? Is that thickness of both layer is different? Yes, and the composition of the minerals is also different because the thickness of the continental crust is 30 kilometer and the thickness of the oceanic crust is only 7 to 10 kilometer. Then minerals, which minerals is composed in the continental crust? Silica and aluminum. And which minerals are composed into the oceanic crust? Silica and magnesium. So these layers are classified according to the thickness and according to the composition of minerals. Isn't it? Okay. Now next question is, why is the upper mantle called asthenosphere? Why is the upper mantle called asthenosphere? Why is? Okay. Hmm? Yes. Very good. Mantle lies below the crust. In that upper portion of the mantle is called asthenosphere, and the word astheno means weak. The word astheno means weak. Look at here. This question's answer is on the page number 13 in your textbook. Is it? It is on the page number 13 in your textbook. Okay. So mantle lies below the crust. The upper portion of the mantle is called asthenosphere. The astheno means weak. Astheno means weak. Then look at here. It is in a which state? It is in a which state? Liquid state. Is it in the liquid state? Yes. And it is from this weaker zone that the molten rocks, yeah, material which is called as the magma, molten rock and material which is called magma, find their way and they come to the surface. They come to the surface during the volcanic eruption. Isn't it? It come on the surface of the earth during volcanic eruption. Okay, understood everyone? And then epicenter of the earthquakes are also found in this layer. Isn't it? Epicenter of earthquakes are also found in this layer. And because of that, this upper mantle layer is known as a asthenosphere. Got it? Upper mantle layer is also is known as a asthenosphere. Isn't it, students? Yes, very good. Now next one. Magnetosphere of the earth is a result of rotation. Okay, this question's answer is also on the page number 13 in the outer core point. Magnetosphere of the magnetosphere of the earth is a result of the rotation. Look at here. What is the answer of this question, students? What is the answer? Yes. Okay. The outer core of the Earth's interior is in a liquid state and the proportion of iron is more in this layer. And temperature of the outer core is around 5000 degrees Celsius and it is the similar to the surface of temperature of the sun. Okay, and second point, vertical thermal currents originate in this liquid area due to difference in temperature of outer core and inner core. Got it? Third point will come. The Earth's rotation gives them the circular motion, and hot liquid starts flowing in the upper direction. Many such currents are formed in the outer core of the earth. These spiral currents formed because of the rotation of the earth are together called geodynamo. What is this? Is the answer of this question. Clear, students? Okay. Now look at the next question. Draw neat and label diagram of interior of the earth and magnetic pole and equator. These diagrams are located. Interior of the diagram is located on the page number 12, figure number 2.2, and the magnetic pole and the equator, this diagram is located on the page number 13. Okay, page number 13, figure number 2.3b. Okay, this is the diagram of magnetic pole and equator. So draw this diagram. Now next question is, give geographical reasons. There are discontinuities in the interior of the earth. Okay, why there is a discontinuities in the interior of the earth, students? Why there? Do you know? We discussed no on the page number 12 discontinuities. Is it no? Okay. The discontinuity between the continental crust and oceanic crust is called by which name? By which name? Yes, by Conrad discontinuity, because the scientist Conrad first named it, so it is known as a Conrad discontinuity. And the continental crust is composed of silica and aluminum, while oceanic crust is composed of silica and magnesium. There is a discontinuity between crust and mantle also, and it is known by which name? Moho discontinuity. Okay, because it is named by deduced by the scientist Mohorovičić. Okay, and because of that it is known as a Moho discontinuity. Understood? Then here upper mantle layer is in a liquid state. That part we have discussed. There is a discontinuity between mantle and core also. Got it? There is a discontinuity between mantle and core also, because in the core, outer core is in a liquid state and the inner core is in the which state? Solid state. Okay, so there is a discontinuity between interior of the earth. Is it, students? Okay. This question's answer on the page number 12. Box, do you know? Then look at here. Second question, there is a correlationship between the density of metals and their location in the interior of earth. Okay, second give reason is there is a correlation between density of metals and their location in the interior of earth. Okay, look at here. What is the answer of this question? Do you know the answer of this question, students? Okay. Yes. The inner core is in a solid state and it consists of the major elements like nickel and iron. And these metals are heavy and the density of core is around 13.3 gram per cent per centimeter. Okay, this question's answer is on the page number 13, inner core point. Moreover, the metals like silica, aluminum, magnesium have lower density than nickel and iron. Hence, the lighter metals are found close to the surface while heavier metals are found in the deep interior of the earth. Is it? Silica, aluminum and magnesium are found in the crust layer, continental crust and oceanic crust, and these are the light in a weight. So these lighter metals are found near the surface of the earth, and the heavy metals like iron and nickel, these are the found in the inner core. Okay, isn't it? Means so here inner core that the consist of this type of the metals. Okay, solid, those are the solid and the heavy metals. Got it, everyone? Okay. Now next one, mantle is the center of the earthquake and volcanic eruption. Again this question's answer is in the mantle point on the page number 12 and 13. that the mantle is the center of earthquake and volcanic eruption. But the first point will come. Mantle lies below the crust. It is divided into the two part, upper mantle and lower mantle. Upper mantle layer is in which state? Liquid state, and this layer is called by the asthenosphere. This layer is called as a asthenosphere, as here astheno means weak. Okay, asthenosphere, and here word astheno means weak. In this layer, magma chambers of the volcanoes are found, and also the centers of earthquakes are also located in this layer. And during the endogenetic movements which occur in this layer, internal energy is released, and this energy is responsible for earthquake and volcano. Already I told this part. Okay, so this question's answer is in the mantle point, paragraph number 2 and 3. Okay, got it. Now next one, the thickness of the crust below the continent is less as compared with the ocean. Look at here, this question's answer is on the page number 12, crust point. First point will come, below the continents the thickness of the crust is from 16 to 45 kilometer, and it is 40 under the mountain and less than 10 kilometer under the oceans. Page number 11 to 12, look at here the crust point, in that this answer is located. Then the oceanic crust is approximately 7 to 10 kilometer thick, while the thickness of the continental crust is approximately 30 kilometers. Understand? And here continental crust comprises silica and aluminum minerals, and oceanic crust comprises silica and magnesium mineral. This is the answer of this question. Clear everyone? Now next one, earth is protected by magnetosphere. Page number 13, outer core point. Paragraph number 3, in that this question's answer is located. Okay, magnetosphere is the cover which has been developed around the earth because of magnetic field generated in the outer core. Check that lines there, students. Second point, the solar winds containing charged particles which comes out of the higher part of the sun's atmosphere are free from this gravitational force of the sun. This magnetic field protected the earth from these solar winds. In this way, you should write there, the earth's atmosphere is protected from solar winds coming from the sun due to this magnetic field. Third point, however, the earth's atmosphere is protected from the solar winds because of the magnetosphere. Got it? Isn't it, students? So in this way we have discussed all these answers. Listen, students, you should try to find out the answer. If not possible, I am going to send you the answers of the give reasons and answer the following. Okay, you will get that answers. Okay, thank you so much, students. Revise this whole lesson and try to complete the exercise also. Thank you so much.